Hello everyone, I am Dr. A.O. Phixschitt, Phixologist. Today we are working on a 2007 Scion TC, one of those little anime uwu cars with no room to replace the master cylinder for someone that doesn't have little tiny Japanime hands. So we will step through this real quick. I've already taken everything apart so you can get down to the good stuff. So to get down to where we need to be, we're going to get rid of the air filter. This has little clips that go here. They look like this. Push the centerpiece in and they come right out. One here, and a snap in here. You have to take the windshield wipers off, pull that off. 4 bolts hold the windshield wiper motor assembly on. We'll get rid of that. Oh, sorry for the shaky camera. I'm not a cameraman, I'm a fix-it guy. Then this little tray comes out. Then this little tube here, down at the bottom, you see that stud? There's a little plastic thing that goes on there to hold it on. And this comes out. And now we can get down into that area where the master cylinder is for the clutch. Let me get my flashlight. You want to go through all that for one reason. The line, the hard line, is going to be tight, real tight. And you're going to need room. And you're also, let's see if we can see it down here. Hopefully you can see that hard line down there. It's a 10 millimeter. And you'll need to break that loose first before you start taking the rest of it off on the inside. Because that line going to it is hard, it won't move. The rubber line will. You can bend it out and get it out. Put towels underneath it so it doesn't get brake parts or brake fluid everywhere. And on the inside, basically what you're going to be taking apart will be this part. You can see this right here. There's a pin that goes through the clutch pedal with a cotter pin holding that in. Pull that off, pull the pin out, and on the one that's in there, there's a 15 millimeter and a 12 millimeter. Break it loose. These should be 12 millimeter. Screw those out almost to the end so you can slide it out and get this off. And then you can go back underneath the hood and start taking the rest of it out. And I'll get back to you on that when we get that far. Okay, we got this piece out. Remember I said earlier about having the pin that goes through the pedal, cotter pin holding the pin in. Here is 15 millimeter, here's 12 millimeter. If you don't put 2 wrenches on it, this 15 millimeter part, if this is tight, will just spin. You'll never get it loose. And you can pull towards you on the brake pedal a little bit to get this in off the brake pedal and get out and finish screwing it. So, and the difference between this one, and as you can see, when I took it out, well, the whole end came out. So this is for the clutch master cylinder, by the way, in case I wasn't specific earlier. Sorry about that. Now, here's what our new one looks like. These are going to be different sizes. And to get it through the hole in the firewall, you probably have to take this off so you can screw it back in later. And one thing I want to point out right now, it's hard to do this with one hand, hold the camera, but there's a little bit of play right here. You'll feel it click a little bit. You're also going to have a little bit of play on this. When you adjust it, you're going to adjust it just to where it won't click, but it's not making any push or pull. You're just going to get the click out of it. So no click on this side, no play here. And when you adjust it out to that, you're good. This will spin so you can push this out. You can, it's going to be hard to do underneath there, but you can spin this and it'll push it out just to get the, put a little touch of pressure so it's not loose, but you don't want to have this too far out or it'll smush all the stuff inside here and you'll start leaking again. So just get it to where the play's out of this and the play's out of that. Get back to you in a minute. Okay, here's the piece we got pulled out. As you can see, this is the part that goes inside the car and it has just come apart. It's still connected to the reservoir. One tip I need to show you here, when you get ready to pull this out, hopefully I can show you where this hard line is here. Let me find it. Well, it's the one you unscrewed. See that moving right there? Okay, when you get ready to pull it out from back in there, use this body panel and squeeze it up against there so you can get it out of your way and you don't bend it, because that's going to need to go right back in that little hole right here. And if you bend that, you'll cross thread it and it will be a bad thing. So you get a pair of pliers and take that clamp off, and we'll get the new one on and shove it back in, and I'll get back with you after we get it bled. Okay kids, here's another little trick you're going to need when you're putting these nuts back underneath on the inside of this clutch master cylinder. Take a little bit of this Teflon tape, give a little wrap a couple times, and then when you go to put it in your socket, it makes it just a little bit tighter so it doesn't fall out on you. Because if it falls out underneath there, you will have a hard time getting it back. So we'll get everything tightened up, get back with you. Okay, so everything's back together. This corner right here is where you're going to watch for your hydraulic clutch master cylinder fluid level. As you're bleeding it, watch this corner. Don't let it go empty. And you're going to end up bleeding it from this point right there, that little bleed valve. And once you get it to where no air is coming out, the pedal will bounce back up like normal, and now we're going to test it.